Assalamu alaikum everyone. We're back today with part 3 of our self-love series. And today I wanted to talk a little bit of a related concept to self-love, which is our self-worth. Okay. And one thing I want you to consider is that in God's creation of you, inherently there's an innate worth he's given you. It's basically like saying, hey, out of all of creation that I could have created, I wanted one of you to exist. And sometimes we have to draw from that. Sometimes when we're feeling down about ourselves or low about ourselves, we have to remind ourselves that God wanted one of us to exist. And that innately gives us a worthiness in this life. And so, what I want us to think about today is, in what ways do we show that worthiness to ourselves? Like, do we ever feel that? Do we ever feel that and reflect on that idea that God chose us to exist, which then means we are worthy? And so when it says, when you feel like you have a good sense of self-worth, what happens is that you realize that you are worthy of being loved. You are worthy of being treated well. You are worth being just taken care of, and again, treated well. And I think that's really important. A lot of times in our relationships, this can get real twisted. So again, going back to, God's, creation of us, right? There's, and his willingness to love us and like letting us know that we're lovable. Okay. All of that can be tied back to our self-worth. So for today's prompt, I want you to think about, do you feel you're worth it? Do you feel worthy? Do you feel like you have self-worth? And if that's something you struggle with, I want you to reflect on that and, journal about that. And then also think about, how can drawing from the fact that Allah and God feels that you are worthy and worth existing, how can we pull from that and be kinder to ourselves, right? And feel more and feel enough for ourselves. So if you could reflect on that, inshallah, we'll pick up with part 4 tomorrow.